Well, as I mentioned earlier, 500 kite enthusiasts from all over the world are gathering in Weymouth this weekend for the 12th International Beach Kite Festival. As you can see, some of them are getting in some early practice. To find out more about the event, I'm joined by Steve Davis, who's a promotions officer here in Weymouth. Steve, this event seems to get bigger and bigger every year.
That's right. Once again, we've gone completely kite crazy in Weymouth. This entire stretch of beach will be actually filled with, say, over 500 kites over the 3 days. Each year gets bigger and bigger. I think it's the participation and the access and the unique point, the new part of the beach where people can come down. Children come down. There's free kite workshops. Over 1,500 children will make their own kites on the beach. We've got giant parafoils up to 200-foot, flying legs, flying dragons. So really a whole range of kites for people to come and enjoy.
And just quickly, some of the highlights you're looking forward to, especially this year?
I enjoy the stunt kite flying teams. They do that to synchronise music. They're absolutely wonderful. And then the fighting kites, everybody enjoys theirs. All these 30, 40 kites go in the sky, fighting in the sky. Great for participation for the audience, and really looking forward to it.
Steve, thanks very much indeed for the moment. Also joining is Janneke Kroon from Holland, who comes to the festival every year. What's special about Weymouth, Janneke?
Oh, I think it's the... well, it goes together. It's the beach. It's all the people that come, the guests from all over the world. Well, the weather, most of the times, the weather is great. So, yeah, it's good. Good to be here.
Okay, Janneke, thank you very much indeed, and have a great festival, won't you?
I will. So, thank you.
That's Janneke Kroon, just one of the kite enthusiasts, the international kite enthusiasts gathering in here in Weymouth. Conditions, well, nearly perfect at the moment for flying a kite. What does it have in store for the weekend? Let's find out now with Craig.
Jammy little toe! Oh, now you're making me sweat. I don't like this game anymore. I got the dome to take off because it never took off when it was. Fly like a wing.
Well, welcome to Weymouth. The weather's fantastic, loads of people here. Trade is good, everybody's having a good time, staff are enjoying themselves, and everything's just going absolutely fine.
Is that right? You're all enjoying yourselves?
Yes, we've enjoyed ourselves.
Max, where are you going? Oh, stop it!
You've got to go underneath. Don't hold it, just let it like that. And just, it'll go back itself. There's no need for you to do it. You run with it a little bit, just a few steps, and it will. Okay. I hope. Fingers crossed. Not holding, and you run a few steps. The back goes up first, but basically everything goes up together in any case. You just got a little white one in here.
Ladies and gentlemen, first time seen here at Weymouth. That is a Chinese dragon kite flown by Garry Clarke. We had a seminar lot by
What is it? It's
John Lurkey is its name. It's a salamander. Yeah? You understand?
I'm flying a Maori design that I got from New Zealand. It's actually a design that you would find on the native New Zealand people's buildings. They're religious buildings. They're buildings that they keep all their prized possessions in. The Cody is a very good flyer used to lift man and above areas to see any kind of pursuit in wartime previously, before we had airplanes, that type of thing. But this is a very light wind kite. It's sparred with tapered rods, which is kind of unique to this kite. And I have graphite spars, so I have a wind range on this kite from about 2 miles an hour to about 25 miles an hour. So it's always a good kite to get out of the bag. Typically, a Cody kite would only be one color with possibly a contrasting edge. It doesn't typically take graphics very well, but I had vowed to put the Maori pattern on my next kite that I built, and the Cody was the next kite that I built. So it was quite a challenge, but for a busy pattern on a kite that typically doesn't take a graphic well, I think it turned out rather nice.
You want to hug him again? Yeah. We're not swapping spit though, I'll tell you that.
No tongues.
No bodily fluids. Nothing between us. Real man.
You know, and all I want to do is just beat last year, you know.
Rover! It's rather fluffy and rather large.
Actually, remind me, you're filming me again. Thanks, Brian. Cheers, mate.
And then you start, yeah. And as they're eating,
with 10% of the cells there, so what 90% of the full. So that is quite hard hanging on to the line between the cells as you try and bring the other cells down. So that kite's coming down now. If the weather stays as it is, we'll be able to show you.
The Dragon, it's an original design of mine. It's based on a whole series of pictures that I found of dragons from all around the world. So I've taken a little bit of a number of them. There's a bit of Welsh dragon about it, as you might detect from my accent as well. It's also a creature of my homeland. It's the biggest kite I've ever made and designed. It's sort of vital statistics. It's 5 meters wingtip to wingtip, and it's 9 meters from head to toe, so head to tail. So it's quite a beast.
Mm-hmm. How long did it take you to build?
The best part of a year in terms of design time and making and testing.
Yeah.
A full year really.
So we saw you flying it at Bristol 2000.
Yes, that's right.
Was that the first time?
That was its maiden flight. Yeah. Yes, and that was very much straight off the test bed and into the festival, because you sort of work towards these deadlines, and it just went for it. And fortunately, the conditions were right, and it flew pretty well first time. Flew it here once on the first day last year and smashed the main spar in really squally conditions. I couldn't repair that, but this year we've had really nice winds, and yesterday it flew well, and today it's perfect because it's just what it needs. Yeah.
So you've got any plans to publish the plans?
I've got the main structure exists is all designed on computer, so I've got all those files, but the developments for all the inflatable sections, the patterns for those, I did all the big bits first and then cut up the big patterns to make the smaller pieces, and so we're done. So it is copyable, but I guess anybody who's made inflatable kites could copy a large part of it. The bit that somebody really would want to have, I think, are the overall dimensions and structure, which does exist and is now refined too, because there's been quite a lot of hit and miss in there in terms of pieces breaking and so on.
So there was also a discussion about probably about a year ago now about if you could quadline it.
Yeah, an interesting thought, because the main wing structures are based on two stunt deltas. That was what I used as the structure, and if you look at it now flying, you can see that. It ought to be possible. I've been very grateful just to get it flying on one line at the moment, but certainly with the Dragonfly it took me probably about 5 years before I got it trimmed out as it is now, and it's rock steady in any wind. And I guess it'll be the same with this. I'm very pleased with it today because it's sitting up there almost like it's nailed to the sky. Even while I'm talking to you, it's behaving. So the inspiration really is the two Peters, George Peters and Peter Lynn. I have to think, because the Peter's the wrong way around. The wasp kite and some of those I really was very inspired by, because there's such inspirational shapes and the geometry and the patterns that are in them. But I always felt that the bodies looked rather strange being flattened. Yeah. So I've gone for this sort of hybrid which suits these creatures, but it does make a lot of work, because the wing is one complete structure and the body is another, and you marry them together basically with lots of Velcro tape.
How's it going? Perfect, let's just tie the cameraman up.